This is Natalie Woods Davis, and welcome back to my channel. We are getting ready for a celebration on tomorrow as we all are preparing for a thankful day, a day of Thanksgiving. And my assignment for Thanksgiving, it was to do the dressing. Now, I have already diced my onions, my bell pepper, and my celery. Here are the ingredients that are needed for my dressing. I am going to do Miss Noon dressing. It is a Southern style dressing. As you see, I've already prepared the cornbread. And these are the ingredients that I'm going to need to make this beautiful, delicious Thanksgiving dressing for my family. You would need 1 pan of cornbread. You would need 4 stalks of celery, a whole onion, 1 whole bell pepper. We're going to dice those. As you see, I've already diced them. And I'm going to saute them until they get not done, but just a little transparent. As I have my cornbread ready. And you're going to need, of course, your poultry seasoning, your garlic, your cream of mushroom. And I was so lucky to find the cream of chicken and mushroom mixed together. And I'm going to do my gravy. Normally, I make my little homemade gravy myself, but I saw this today in the store. It's a chicken gravy, and I'm going to use that as a giblet gravy for my dressing and the cream of chicken. And as you're going to need the 2 Preference Farm herbal seasoned cube stuffing, 2 bags of those. And I got, of course, I got to have my parsley and my oregano, my paprika, the chicken broth, and the celery seeds and the Lorry. You're going to need that to satisfy your own taste buds. As you see, here are the ingredients needed for Natalie's dressing. And I will be preparing that for you this evening. And don't go anywhere. I'm going to take you through step by step how to do Natalie's dressing for Thanksgiving. Okay, we're back, and I'm getting ready to cut my cornbread up in cubes. I'm just going to take it and slice it. So we go. Take your time, and this is some good cornbread. Mainly, I would cut me a little piece to the side and save it for later. But I'm gonna go ahead and do right this time, since we are expecting a large number for Thanksgiving. And I am so blessed this Thanksgiving and all Thanksgiving that I will be spending Thanksgiving with family and loved ones. We're gonna dice this up very fine here. There you go. As you see, we've diced the cornbread. And we're going to take this cornbread and transfer it to one of the pans. I'm going to try to use a deep pan so that you have room to mix all of your ingredients. It is very important that you mix them well. You don't want them to be soggy or smashed or smushed. We want to keep the cube stuffing so that it can marinate and look beautiful once it's done. All right, we're going to transfer this to the pan. Okay. All right. Okay, this is my pan that I'm getting ready to start cooking my dressing in. And as you see, I've glazed it with a little oil. Just to go around the corners, and so I like the little crispy to just rise to the corner of each of my dressing. Okay, and stay tuned, more to come. While our cornbread is cooling, I'm gonna go ahead and use my chicken broth. And we're going to add the 2 turkey wings to this broth. And I'm going to fill this carton up with another, I think this is 32 ounces of water, because we want to have enough broth to make our dressing with, okay? Okay, here I'm getting ready to saute my vegetables. And I'm going to cut about 5 teaspoons of butter. Okay. And I'm going to put it in a skillet. And just cut your heat on medium, because you don't want them to cook too fast. We don't want to overcook them. We just want them to be transparent. Okay. Okay. Your butter is almost completely melted. And I'm getting ready to transfer the celery, bell pepper, and onions and saute them in this butter. And I like to cook with Lana Lakes. That's my favorite. Okay. And as you see, my cornbread is already diced up and cubed, and I've used the 2 bags of the stuffing. And I'm getting ready to add the cream of chicken and mushroom here, and along with another can of cream of chicken. 2 cans is needed for this dressing. Okay, 2 cans is needed. Cream of chicken and cream of mushroom and chicken mix. Let's check on our broth. It is cooking very well. Got all your whole vegetables in it, and I got the 2 smoked wings in there. I'm going to cover them up, and we look like we're going to have plenty of broth. And all that I don't use, I will put it in a mason jar and save it for a Sunday dinner, like when I'm getting ready to do green beans or English peas or something like that. Okay, I'm getting ready to transfer my vegetables to my melted butter. Okay, I've added my whole onion, 4 stalks of celery, and a whole bell pepper. And I put it in 4 teaspoons of butter, and I'm going to saute those. I'm going to add a little garlic to this, because you want your vegetables to have a little flavor. Okay. And I'm going to use a little Laura season. I know my camera is going. My cameraman is cooking tonight, so I'm doing this myself. Okay, add a little season to that. Okay, just a little, maybe 2 teaspoons or tablespoon or teaspoon. Okay, hold on. Okay, they're cooking very well, and it smells so good. My home is smelling like the holidays. Oh my goodness, I just need a little temptation zone right now. But I decided to add a little sage, a tablespoon of poultry seasoning, and a tablespoon of sage to my vegetables. As you can see, they are cooking very well, and they're not overcooking them. They are getting just like I like them. Very transparent. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, these are cooking up just wonderful. The fragrance, the scent, the aroma is just going through my taste buds, and I'm just can't wait to taste this dressing. I am preparing getting ready to put some cream of chicken into my cornbread mix here. And that is a can of that. Gonna add another can. Excuse my finger there, but I'm trying to do two things at one time. Okay, and we're just gonna let them, gonna just toss these here. Mix this well. Gonna just toss it. Now, Miss Noon used to just get down with and forget about the spoon and use her fingers and just put all that love into that dressing, and you can taste it too, because it tastes like it was made with love, just like this one is tonight. Okay, now my sauteed vegetables are cooking very well, and it smells so good. And I'm going to cut my fire down just a little. Hold on. Oops, I dropped that. Okay, we're going to cut those off and let them simmer and set them to the side. Now I've mixed, just tossed. I'm not stirring anything. I'm just tossing the cream of chicken and the cream of mushrooms in here. And I've added a little garlic, maybe 2 tablespoons of garlic. And add a little sage. So we got to keep that sage in there, because that sage is going to bring that flavor just where we want it at. And along with the poultry seasoning. I know y'all said this girl is not measuring nothing. My mama never measured. She just looked at it and say, okay, this is what I need. Okay, that's enough. And I like to use a little cracked pepper in also. Let's see here. Okay, as you can see, I've transferred my vegetables from my cast iron skillet, because that cast iron skillet seems to hold a lot of heat. So we're going to want them to cool down before we add them to our breadcrumb. As you see, they're here. We transferred them to this plate because the cast iron skillet seems to hold a lot of heat. So we're going to set them aside so they can cool down. You don't want to add them hot. Okay, let's check on our smoked turkey. Oh yeah, it's just like I like it. It's cooking very well and not too fast. The vegetables are marinating very well into this broth. Oh, it smells so good. I can't wait. I could just taste that dressing now. Okay, we're going to let that cook for about 30 more minutes. And we're just going to do a little cleanup while you cook. So you want to make a dishwater so you won't have everything waiting for you when you get done. Okay, see you in a moment. Okay, now the vegetables have cooled down. I'm only adding a half of the vegetables, and I'm going to mix it well, and then I will add the other half after I put in my broth. Okay, here are the 3 eggs that will be included into your dressing. I didn't mention them in the beginning because I wanted to mix my dressing well. And once you taste in your dressing while you're mixing it, you don't want to have raw eggs in your mixture. So that's why I held them out to the end. So we have not forgotten them. I just didn't want to include them in the beginning. Okay, we will add them at the end of the dressing making. Okay. Okay, we're going to add a teaspoon of poultry seasoning to our stuffing. As you see, this is the leg quarter. I've deboned it and got some of the meat off of it. And we're going to add this to the stuffing. This is part of the turkey wing. Here is the turkey wing I've deboned. I am getting ready to add it to the dressing, to the stuffing. This is the turkey that I've deboned. I'm getting ready to add it to the stuffing. And it smells so good. The aroma is just so good, and the meat is so tender because I've let it cook about 45 to an hour. Okay, what I've done, I've taken the vegetables from the broth, and we got a nice amount of broth here, and well seasoned, and I've deboned the turkey wings. We added the meat to the stuffing. Okay, here's the consistency of the dressing, and believe it or not, we used all of that broth, so we still got, it's a little moist. You don't want it too soupy, and you don't want it too runny. You want this consistency so it can have room to bake. You see how everything came together so good, and I tasted it, and it's the bomb. It is delicious. It'll make your taste buds jump out of your mouth and kiss you on the lips and say, thank you. So I hope you enjoyed my recipe, my tutorial for my Miss Noon Thanksgiving dressing. So thumbs up and subscribe to my page. And I look forward to having more meals with you at Christmas. And we're going to do some cakes at that time. Thank you. And subscribe to my page, Natalie Woods Davis. This is the final step to the dressing. You melt your butter, and we're going to drizzle it over our dressing. And notice I put this in 2 containers. The reason I use the butter is because it helps it browns evenly and pretty and golden. I hope they like it, and I think so because it's so good. Enjoy. This is Natalie's Miss Noon Thanksgiving dressing. Enjoy, cause hey, it's good for the soul, it's good for the taste buds, and it just put love in your heart. From my kitchen to yours, happy Thanksgiving. Hit the like button, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, Natalie Woods Davis. See you soon. From my kitchen to yours, Natalie Woods Davis.